You touched upon it already, but Riot in the Streets is something, a song written about something that literally, or not literally, but happened in your backyard. Was it a difficult song to write? Did you think about it, putting it out?
Yeah, you know, that's the siren of Amsterdam calling all the ships to port. Yeah, you know, I rewrote it a few different times. It's not my responsibility to speak for people of color. I can't relate to what it's like to be a person of color in St. Louis or other parts of the United States or in the world, um, in being marginalized and being persecuted, and you know, I just, that's just something that I can't do. I would never do. But as I live in St. Louis and as I am American, I'm affected by it. And as an artist, it's not always your job to communicate your own feelings. It's also you see other people out there, the voiceless maybe, and you want to maybe give a voice to those people, but that's also tricky because just as long as you're aware that you don't know what they want to say,
Right.
you can't put words in their mouth. So it's, again, more like conveying a feeling and telling a story. And this was, Riot in the Streets was about people. While the riots are something that I did not want to condemn, I also didn't want to use that as saying that what people were doing was just rioting, because it was a very small part of it. There was mostly peaceful protests and a lot of good dialogue that came from it.
Right.
Part of the song was to create some dialogue, bring people together, but I wasn't trying to, you know, wash over a movement that is happening.
Right.
I'm just saying that in some cases, some people feel that through generations and generations of being suppressed and trying to overcome through communication, through peace, through prayer, through marches, whatever, what has got done. For some people, they feel like it's hopeless, and they had their backs up against the wall, and they felt like they had to riot. These are things that you've seen all over the world and throughout generations. And so it was about that. It's about when people have their backs up against the wall, what do you expect? You know?
And what have you discovered about the role or the power of music then? Because, well, this kind of harkens back to the civil rights era as well with Bob Dylan. And so what have you found does music help, and does it help you?
Yeah, I don't, but I don't want to pretend to know what it does for
Someone else.
For someone else. I don't. I'm not a protest singer. I don't want to be a protest singer. I don't want somebody to tell me what to say and how to say it. So, you know, I don't know. I may never write a protest song ever again, or I may do a whole album of protest songs. I don't know. I as an artist should have the freedom to do whatever I want to do and say whatever I want to say and play whatever I want to play.
Right.
But I'm also aware of the responsibility that must be undertaken to have that freedom.
As a traveling musician, you've been all over the world. You've been well received in most places, I believe. So, and then this is something.
Nobody treats us as well as the Dutch.
Well, very quickly then, why do you think that is?
Well, you know, maybe because everybody's so tall and I'm so short that they see me as a little brother and they just want to protect me.
Fair enough.
Truthfully speaking, as an American musician, I don't know, from my experience, American music, roots music, if you will, of course it has a springboard into the UK first.
Sure.
And then the Netherlands and Belgium are next. And France and Germany and Italy and other places like that are slower to come. There's always seems to have been a very good relationship with Netherlands and Belgium and the UK and Ireland with American roots music. I think it's obvious when it comes to the UK and Ireland, whereas a lot of the roots of their music is
Right.
our music, you know. But in the Netherlands and Belgium, I don't know, man. You know, it's you would have to answer that. I don't know.
Okay.
They have good taste, I guess.
I think my time's almost up, but because kind of what I've also read about this is that you lament the way America is perceived, perhaps these days internationally. Or I read something like
No,
that.
I think I used to be, but to a certain extent, because I was trying to figure out what it was, and I think there's certainly some misconceptions. You're going to get misconceptions from a lot of different things.
Sure.
America is I have a love and hate relationship with my own country. There's some amazing things that you can find there. You can find almost everything there, and you could say, some people might say. But there are some things where in a country of such abundance and such opportunity, which itself is maybe bullshit now, this American dream is false now in a lot of ways. This whole thing, they say, rah, rah, America this, rah, rah, American dream. For who?
Right.
Maybe for our grandparents, but then there's loads of other people that didn't have the same opportunities. So was it a lie all along? And so I've grown pretty tired of this force-fed nationalism from my own country. And at the same time, you know, it's where I'm from and my family and friends, and there's beautiful things that have been created there. And as long as that's not being torn down, then you can tear down the rest of America all you want for its warmongering and its international political relations. But there's some things that are very pure, and as long as you can compartmentalize those things and appreciate the beautiful art that has been created there and the innovation, then fine, you know.
Well, because that's the thing.
You can separate the good from the bad.
The American musical tradition is very, very much one of those. It's so pervasive all over the world. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, but you know, look at this, huh?
It's completely empty.
It's not bad.
Fair enough. Pokey, thank you so much
man,
for your
it's been
time.
a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.